Picture yourself strolling along a wind-swept shore, sipping coffee in a colorful seaside cafe, or watching whales breach against a backdrop of rugged cliffs. Canada's coastline is calling, and it's packed with towns so charming they'll steal your heart. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 Canadian coastal towns that are must-visits in 2025. From hidden gems to iconic villages, these spots blend natural beauty, rich culture, and small-town magic. Ready to fall in love? Let's dive in. Number 10. Shediac, New Brunswick. Shediac, the self-proclaimed lobster capital of the world. Nestled along the warm waters of the Northumberland Strait, this Acadian gem is all about seafood, sandy beaches, and a laid-back vibe that screams summer. With a population of just over 7,000, Shediac's charm lies in its blend of maritime heritage and modern appeal. Did you know that Shediac's Parlee Beach boasts some of the warmest ocean waters north of Virginia, often reaching 24 degrees in July? According to Destination New Brunswick, the beach attracts over 500,000 visitors annually, drawn to its soft sands and gentle waves. But Shediac's real claim to fame? A giant lobster statue standing 11 meters long and weighing 90 tons, celebrating the town's thriving lobster industry. In 2024, New Brunswick's lobster exports were valued at $1.2 billion, and Shediac is at the heart of it. Every July, the Shediac Lobster Festival brings thousands to feast on fresh catches and dance to Acadian music. Beyond the seafood, the town's marina offers kayak rentals and sunset cruises, while the nearby Pointe du Chien wharf is perfect for a seaside stroll. Here's a fun fact. Shediac's Acadian roots run deep, with over 60% of residents speaking French as their first language. You'll hear lively conversations in both French and English as you explore boutiques selling local crafts or grab a poutine at Chez Léo. Affordable living is another draw. Median home prices hover around $350,000 per the Canadian Real Estate Association, making Shediac a tempting spot for a coastal escape. Whether you're savoring lobster rolls or dipping your toes in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, Shediac's warm hospitality will hook you. Number 9. Annapolis Royal, Nova Scotia. Tucked into Nova Scotia's lush Annapolis Valley, Annapolis Royal is a historic treasure that feels like a step back in time. With a population of just 550, this tiny town on the Bay of Fundy is one of Canada's oldest European settlements, founded by the French in 1605 as Port Royal. Its charm? A perfectly preserved core of 18th-century buildings and a waterfront that hums with quiet beauty. According to Parks Canada, Fort Anne National Historic Site, Canada's oldest, welcomed 25,000 visitors in 2024 to explore its star-shaped fortress and colonial history. What sets Annapolis Royal apart is its vibrant arts scene. The town is home to over 20 artists' studios and galleries, and the annual Annapolis Royal Arts Festival draws crowds for live music and local crafts. The Bay of Fundy's tides, some of the highest in the world, reaching up to 16 meters, are a spectacle best viewed from the town's boardwalk. Feeling adventurous? Book a tidal bore rafting tour nearby for an adrenaline rush. Living here is surprisingly affordable, with median home prices around $300,000 per 2024 MLS data, and property taxes averaging just 1.2%. Locals love the farmers market, one of Nova Scotia's largest, where you can grab fresh blueberries or handmade soaps. Fun fact, Annapolis Royal was named Canada's most livable small town in 2023 by Moving Waldo for its low crime rate, 30% below the national average, and tight-knit community. Whether you're wandering the historic streets or sipping wine at a nearby vineyard, Annapolis Royal's charm is impossible to resist. Number 8. Gibsons, British Columbia. Gibsons, a coastal gem on British Columbia's Sunshine Coast, just a 40-minute ferry ride from Vancouver. Home to 4,700 residents, Gibson's is best known as the filming location for the 1970s CBC series, The Beachcombers, and fans still flock to Molly's Reach Cafe, a local landmark. In 2024, the Sunshine Coast Tourism Board reported 200,000 visitors to Gibson's, drawn by its laid-back vibe and stunning scenery. Gibson's Harbor is the heart of the town, where you can watch fishermen unload their catch or hop on a kayak to explore the Howe Sound. The town's pebbly beaches, like Armour's Beach, are perfect for a quiet picnic, while nearby trails in Soames Hill Park offer panoramic views of the Salish Sea. Foodies will love Persephone Brewing, a craft brewery with farm-fresh beers and food trucks serving fish tacos. Affordability is a challenge. Median home prices hit $750,000 in 2024, per the BC Real Estate Association. But rentals average $2,000 for a one-bedroom, making it more accessible than Vancouver. Crime rates are low, 25% below the provincial average per RCMP data, and the community's artsy spirit shines through in events like the Gibson's Art Fair. Fun fact, Gibson's was voted Canada's best small town in 2022 by Explore Canada for its eco-friendly vibe and walkable downtown. Whether you're sipping a latte by the marina or hiking to a coastal lookout, Gibson's will make you want to stay forever. Number 7. Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. If you've ever dreamed of living in a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Lunenburg is your postcard-perfect destination. Perched on Nova Scotia's South Shore, this vibrant fishing town of 2,260 residents is a kaleidoscope of colorful buildings, historic charm, and maritime spirit. Founded in 1753, Lunenburg's Old Town is one of only 2 urban UNESCO sites in North America, celebrated for its well-preserved 18th-century architecture. According to Tourism Nova Scotia, the town welcomed 300,000 visitors in 2024, many drawn to its iconic waterfront and the Blue Nose 2, a replica of the famous schooner featured on Canada's Dime. Lunenburg's harbor buzzes with activity. Think lobster boats, sailing tours, and whale-watching trips that spot humpbacks in the Atlantic. The Fisheries Museum of the Atlantic is a must-visit, offering a deep dive into the town's seafaring history. Foodies will swoon over spots like the South Shore Fish Shack, where fresh haddock and chips are served with ocean views. The annual Lunenburg Folk Harbor Festival fills the streets with music, attracting 10,000 attendees each August. Living here is surprisingly affordable for such a historic gem. The Canadian Real Estate Association reports median home prices at $400,000 in 2024, with property taxes around 1.3%. Crime is low, 35% below the national average per Statistics Canada, making it ideal for families or retirees. Fun fact, Lunenburg's vibrant facades earned it a spot as one of Canada's most colorful towns in a 2023 CBC poll. Whether you're exploring historic streets or savoring a lobster bisque by the docks, Lunenburg's charm is like a love letter to the sea. Number 6. Tofino, British Columbia. Tofino, on Vancouver Island's wild west coast, is where surfers, artists, and nature lovers collide in a paradise of crashing waves and ancient rainforests. With just 2,500 residents, this small town feels like the edge of the world, yet it's a global hotspot for ecotourism. According to Destination BC, Tofino welcomed 400,000 visitors in 2024, drawn to its pristine beaches and proximity to Pacific Rim National Park Reserve, which spans 511 square kilometers of coastal wilderness. Tofino's Long Beach is a surfer's dream, with 10 kilometers of sand and consistent waves that attract 50,000 surfers annually. Beyond the surf, you can kayak through Clayoquot Sound, a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, or hike trails lined with 800-year-old cedars. Food is a highlight. Think Taco Fino, the food truck that sparked a global taco craze, serving fish tacos with local halibut. The Tofino Oyster Festival each February celebrates the town's shellfish bounty, with over 5,000 attendees shucking and slurping. Living in Tofino comes with a premium. Median home prices hit $900,000 in 2024, per the BC Real Estate Association, and one-bedroom rentals average $2,500 monthly. But the trade-off is a lifestyle of unparalleled beauty and a crime rate 20% below the provincial average, per RCMP data. Fun fact, Tofino was named North America's best coastal town in 2023 by Condé Nast Traveler for its eco-conscious vibe and indigenous-led tourism, like tours with the Tlaoquiat First Nation. Whether you're chasing waves or stargazing on Chesterman Beach, Tofino will capture your soul. Number 5. St. Andrews, New Brunswick. Nestled on the shores of Passamaquoddy Bay, St. Andrews, often called St. Andrews by the Sea, is a coastal jewel that blends historic elegance with marine adventure. Home to 2,000 residents, this New Brunswick town is one of Canada's oldest resort destinations, founded in 1783 by Loyalists fleeing the American Revolution. According to Destination Canada, St. Andrews welcomed 150,000 visitors in 2024, many drawn to its charming downtown and whale-watching tours that spot minke and fin whales. The town's Algonquin Resort, a grand 19th-century hotel, is a landmark, offering luxury stays and a top-tier golf course. Kingsbrae Garden, a 27-acre horticultural masterpiece, attracts 20,000 visitors yearly with its vibrant blooms and sculpture trails. For history buffs, the St. Andrews Blockhouse, a National Historic Site, offers a glimpse into Canada's War of 1812 defenses. Seafood lovers will adore the Gables, a waterfront eatery serving lobster rolls with bay views. Affordability is a big draw. Median home prices are $375,000 per 2024 MLS data, and property taxes average 1.4%. The crime rate is impressively low, 40% below the national average, per Statistics Canada. Fun fact, St. Andrews is home to the Huntsman Marine Science Center, where you can touch starfish or learn about the bay's ecosystem, a hit with families. Whether you're strolling Water Street's boutiques or sailing at sunset, St. Andrews' timeless charm will make you want to call it home. Number 4. Chester, Nova Scotia. Imagine a coastal village where sailboats bob in a sparkling bay, Victorian homes line quiet streets, and every sunset feels like a painting. That's Chester, Nova Scotia, a seaside haven on Mahone Bay that's been charming visitors for over 260 years. With a population of just 1,500, Chester is small but mighty, known as the yachting capital of Atlantic Canada. According to Tourism Nova Scotia, the town hosted 100,000 visitors in 2024, many drawn to its annual Chester Race Week, the largest keelboat regatta in Canada, attracting 130 yachts and 5,000 spectators. Chester's waterfront is a dream, with the Chester Yacht Club offering sailing lessons and kayak rentals. The nearby Tancook Islands, a short ferry ride away, are perfect for a day trip to explore rustic beaches and savor homemade sauerkraut, a local specialty. On land, the Chester Playhouse hosts live theater and music, while the town's art galleries showcase maritime talent. Foodies will love the Rope Loft, a harborside restaurant serving fresh scallops and blueberry grunt, a Nova Scotian dessert. Affordability is a draw. Median home prices are around $450,000 per the Canadian Real Estate Association's 2024 data, with property taxes at 1.25%. Crime is remarkably low, 38% below the national average, per Statistics Canada, making Chester ideal for retirees or remote workers. Fun fact, Chester was a filming location for the TV series Haven, and its picturesque streets still attract film crews. Whether you're sipping coffee at the Kiwi Cafe or watching seals in the bay, Chester's serene beauty will tug at your heartstrings. Number 3. Victoria by the Sea, Prince Edward Island. Tucked into the red-cliffed shores of Prince Edward Island, Victoria by the Sea is a tiny jewel that proves size doesn't matter when it comes to charm. With just 200 residents, this fishing village is one of Canada's smallest communities, yet it packs a punch with its vibrant arts scene and coastal allure. According to PEI Tourism, Victoria welcomed 50,000 visitors in 2024, drawn to its historic lighthouse, sandy beaches, and a boardwalk perfect for sunset strolls. The village's heart is its wharf, where you can watch lobster boats unload or book a deep-sea fishing tour. The Victoria Playhouse, a 150-seat theater in a 19th-century hall, hosts summer performances that rival big city stages. Chocoholics will adore Island Chocolates, a cafe crafting artisanal treats with local ingredients. The annual Victoria by the Sea Festival each August brings live music, craft fairs, and lobster suppers to the village's streets, attracting 3,000 attendees. Living here is a bargain. Median home prices are $325,000 per 2024 MLS data, and property taxes average 1.1%. The crime rate is among Canada's lowest, 45% below the national average, per RCMP reports. Fun fact, Victoria's red sand beaches are part of PEI's iconic coastline, formed by iron-rich sandstone that glows at dusk. Whether you're kayaking in the Northumberland Strait or savoring fish and chips at the Lobster Barn, Victoria by the Sea's cozy vibe will make you want to stay forever. Number 2. St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. St. John's, the colorful, windswept capital of Newfoundland and Labrador, where history, culture, and rugged beauty collide. Home to 110,000 residents, it's Canada's easternmost city, perched on the Atlantic's edge. According to Destination St. John's, the city welcomed 600,000 visitors in 2024, drawn to its vibrant jelly bean row houses and proximity to natural wonders like Cape Spear, North America's easternmost point. St. John's is a cultural powerhouse. George Street, with more bars per square foot than anywhere in Canada, pulses with live music and Newfoundland folk tunes. The Rooms, a museum and art gallery, houses 10,000 years of history and attracts 80,000 visitors yearly. Outdoor lovers can hike the East Coast Trail, a 336-kilometer network with cliffside views, or join whale-watching tours spotting humpbacks from May to September. Foodies will crave screech-ins, a local tradition involving cod, rum, and a kiss-the-fish ceremony at spots like Christian's Pub. Affordability is a major perk. Median home prices are $340,000 per the Canadian Real Estate Association, and there's no land transfer tax, unlike Ontario or BC. Crime is 30% below the national average per Statistics Canada. Fun fact, St. John's is one of the foggiest cities in Canada, with 121 foggy days a year, earning it the nickname Fog City, but the vibrant community shines through any mist. Whether you're exploring Signal Hill or savoring fish and brewis, St. John's will steal your heart with its bold spirit. Number 1. Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. If there's one coastal town in Canada that feels like it was plucked from a storybook, it's Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. This tiny fishing village of just 35 residents is the crown jewel of Canada's Atlantic coast, famous for its iconic lighthouse and rugged granite shores. Perched on St. Margaret's Bay, Peggy's Cove is a global tourism icon, drawing over 700,000 visitors in 2024, according to Tourism Nova Scotia. Its lighthouse, built in 1914, is one of the most photographed in the world, standing sentinel atop wave-battered rocks. The village's charm lies in its simplicity. Colorful fishing shacks, lobster traps stacked by the docks, and narrow lanes lined with wildflowers. You can explore the Swissair 111 Memorial, a poignant tribute to the 1998 tragedy, or take a boat tour to spot puffins and seals in the Atlantic. Art lovers will adore the Degarth Gallery, showcasing maritime paintings by local artist William DeGarth, whose rock-carved monument to fishermen is a village highlight. Foodies, head to the Sou'wester restaurant for lobster mac and cheese with panoramic ocean views. Living in Peggy's Cove is rare due to its small size, but nearby properties in St. Margaret's Bay have median prices of $500,000 per the Canadian Real Estate Association's 2024 data, with property taxes around 1.2%. Crime is virtually non-existent, 40% below the national average, per Statistics Canada, making it a peaceful retreat. Fun fact, Peggy's Cove was named Canada's most beautiful village in a 2023 Travel Plus Leisure poll, thanks to its timeless charm and Instagram-worthy vistas. Whether you're watching waves crash against the rocks or savoring fish chowder by the harbor, Peggy's Cove is a place that captures your heart and never lets go. There you have it, the top 10 Canadian coastal towns that will steal your heart in 2025. From the lobster-filled shores of Shediac to the lighthouse-lit cliffs of Peggy's Cove, these towns prove that Canada's coastline is a treasure trove of beauty, culture, and community. Whether you're dreaming of a seaside getaway, a new place to call home, or just a bucket list adventure, these spots have something for everyone. Which town stole your heart? Drop your favorite in the comments below and let us know if you're planning a visit in 2025. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel inspiration. Canada's coast is calling. Where will you answer?